Alright, what is good, y'all? Welcome to my channel. My name is Just Clark. We're back to another video of me just yapping. But anyways, I want to give a little backstory as to why I'm suddenly speaking about this shit. But basically, you know, I've been overwhelmed by a lot of commissions, a lot of projects. I've been lagging behind other stuff just because, you're trying to get each thing moving as much as possible, but it's tough to get them all at the same time. But gotten a little bit more progress, went through some personal stuff and all that shit. But yeah, during these times you do start to question quite a lot. During these times you actually start to question yourself a lot, because you're doing all of this work, and when it comes to creative work, most things typically you'd want them to be deeply personal, and then you just share it to the world, and then you'd be like, oh, look at this cool thing I did, or look at me express myself. Because creative work, whether it's music or art, whatever form, is typically a form of self-expression. But when it comes to, real life, when real life comes with that, obviously there's money involved, work. I sometimes even hesitate a lot to call what I do work, because if I kind of consider it too much as work, then it kind of just feels like I'm doing this for what, just money, recognition, numbers, and all that kind of stuff. And because creative work is deeply personal, when you don't have enough time for yourself to just kind of make stuff just for its own enjoyment, which, because it is basically my job to, it's hard to have any time for that. And you question what you're doing all of this for, and start to lose yourself. And you obviously compare your life or compare your work to other artists. You try to be somebody else because it's like you think that they're way better than you, they're doing better than you, they draw better than you, they make better art than you. You compare yourself to everybody. And then that comparison bleeds out into just life in general. And this is really the biggest realization I've had that just has completely shifted my perspective on everything, especially with art. And the question does start to come from me realizing that I will never ever be, which I made a video about this, like I'll never ever be my favorite artist, which is a good thing. But this number one change in mindset is what has gotten me back up. It's gotten my mind straight. It's set my mind straight, and that's just no longer requiring validation from other people. It's realizing that you will never impress everybody, and in fact that you don't have to impress anybody except yourself. Like if you make a piece of art, the number one thing that you want is that you're satisfied with it. And whether it's deeply personal or if it's work for a commission, what matters is that you're satisfied with what you made, which is very rare, obviously, because a lot of the times, even though our work looks good, it feels like we can do more, we're not satisfied. But you have to get out also of that mindset, because it does bleed into you wanting validation from others or other people being impressed, and that comes with life too. Like, I no longer feel the need to impress other people, because when we spend so much time comparing ourselves to other people's lives and trying to impress everybody, trying to be better than everybody, not a lot of people will see that. People may think, oh, you have more money than this person, you have this over this person, you have a car, you know your house looks better, or you have better clothes, or this person looks better. It's like, first of all, everybody has different value systems. People value things differently. Obviously there's like objective stuff, which is people looking better or some shit like that. I mean, just take care of yourself. You're not gonna impress everybody, you're not gonna be every person's type. And I have friends, we talk about, like, oh, this person that I like, blah blah blah, and I'd see them show the person that they like, and I'm like, no, that's not really my type, but to them, very attractive kind of thing, right? So it's like, if you think about that and project that perspective onto other people, like, you're not gonna be everybody's type. So just focus on being the best you that you can be. As long as you're taking care of yourself and you know that you're taking care of yourself and you're becoming the best version of you, then that's really all that matters. Whatever comes along, whoever comes along, cool. They don't like you, I don't care. I like myself. If they like me, then I can know that they like me for being the authentic version of myself, and I don't have to put up a mask. I don't have to act like anybody else. And so I can trust that this person does appreciate me and like me for who I truly am, because that's the only face that I'm showing the world. And going back to art, it's when I'm creating, when I'm whether it's commission work or personal work, it's helped me a lot to be more present with my work, because I'm no longer thinking about trying to impress other people. I'm no longer thinking about, will they like this? Will it get a lot of likes? Will this allow me to get more commissions? Because, as much as it's a touchy and sensitive topic, money will be a part of your life when you grow. When you grow up, you would have to worry about paying bills, eating, being able to live. Like, money will be a part of it, and I understand that. But when you start to have this healthier mindset when it comes to monetary things, when it comes to material things, you start to become more patient with it and simply just focus on making the best work that you can make. And it's a bunch of little things that accumulated day by day to me. And that money part does tie back into no longer needing to impress other people, no longer needing to have any external validation. If I do gain external validation, I'd appreciate, I'll be thankful for it. That does it does validate that you're doing something right, but it isn't a necessity for me. It no longer becomes a necessity for you. That's not the first thing that you look for. And that's that detachment with material stuff. Obviously money, but also things that you own. I think we get a lot of pressure, especially with social media and what's being praised on the online sphere nowadays. It's all about like flexing how much you have, how much cool shit you have. But when we get so pressured into doing that, we stop doing that shit for ourselves. Maybe partly, obviously, we have aspirations, we have goals. Oh, I want to get this car. Oh, I want to buy this cool clothes, whatever. I want to get a new laptop or whatever. I want to buy a PS5. I want to get this game. Blah blah blah. All this kind of stuff. Like, we do have those things, and cool. As long as it stays within that, I think we overreach when we start thinking about what other people will think about what we own. And then we try to get these things simply to just impress other people. Like, oh, I want a cool house because people will think I'm very rich and I make a shit ton of money. A cool mansion, blah blah blah. Like, we see that in so many like influencers, living in big houses and driving cool cars and all that kind of shit. And it's like, that's what people think. That's maybe what they think is impressive to other people, which it is. Like, cool. But it sets a horrible mindset for people that aren't in that space to think that things would just be immediate. And we rush into wanting to get those things, and we realize that to get to those things it takes a fuck ton of time. you know I show speed. Like, most a lot of people only simply see the lifestyle that he has now, but not everybody has followed him in his journey when he was just in his bedroom streaming and shit, which I've seen those before. Like Speed blew up, like I've seen clips of him just in his bedroom. And like, obviously I'm not saying that like I've been a massive OG iShow Speed fan, but I've seen clips of Speed before the whole, live streaming fucking going in countries and shit. Like before he blew up. Not a lot of people see that. Like most of the glamorous things that these people have now were made because they had to go through the unglamorous shit for way longer time. And if I think about it, they only have those now mostly because they stuck through it. But a lot of us rush into getting those so we can impress other people that wouldn't even really bat an eye after like 5 seconds, like wouldn't even care, you know? So it's really just me stopping myself from comparing myself to other people and trying to impress other people, trying to seek external validation from other people, and just simply focusing back inwards, like completely inwards. Every time I'm making work, I no longer ask myself like, would people think this is good? Would a lot of people like it? Will this get a shit ton of likes? Will this gain me 1,000 new followers? I just simply think, do I like this? Like, am I enjoying making this? Is this something that I want to make? And I don't know if that will give me good results externally, but if it's gonna help me to continue to create, then shit, like why would I stop? You know what I mean? Why would I choose something else over something that'll make me want to create more? And that's simply the only reason why I've even gotten this far. It's just because I, back when I was a smaller artist, and I say smaller artist because obviously like skill wise and everything. Back when I was a smaller artist, I was simply just focused on making shit that I enjoyed, even though they were ass. Like they looked like ass. I'd look back at my old breaks and I'm like, damn, this is horrible. But for some reason, people did support it, and that support and me just sticking through it has allowed me to get to where I'm at right now. And when life gets in the way, when shit like numbers start becoming at the forefront of your mind and your focus, you forget where you come from. You forget why the fuck you do all this shit in the first place. And that's kind of been the path that I'm on right now, is just remembering where I came from. And I know that sounds so like, oh, inspirational quotes, remember where you came from. But it is true, it does hold meaning. It's cliche, but it's cliche for a reason. And I've just been on this kind of introspective journey, and it's given me back a lot of the joy that I've lost from just being focused on the wrong things. So if there's anything that I just want to double down and want you guys to remember, and it's going to be inevitable because life is gonna get in the way, priorities, responsibilities, all that shit. But I just want you to remember to never ever lose that sense of yourself. Never ever lose that passion that has driven you, because that has probably brought you to where you are right now. If you're just starting off, keep that light. Keep that light, man. That's gonna take you far. And once you get into that dark place, then it'll shine again. Find a way to make it shine again. And do not focus on the shiny objects. Do not focus on the glamour. Do not focus on the noise. Do not dream of people cheering you on. Because a lot of the times, in fact, maybe all the time, You're the only one that'll cheer for you when you're at your lowest. And you know, that one person, that one fan of yourself, keep him happy. Don't worry about anybody else. They're only cheering for you once you're at the spotlight. Focus on the ones cheering for you when you're backstage, when you're in that lab, when you're alone working on yourself. Don't worry about impressing other people. They don't know you. Don't worry about trying to be the best, trying to be the greatest. Simply focus on living. Just live a good life. Just find things that you enjoy and do it. Share it with the world. And I think life gets simpler and a lot more fun when you're no longer stressing about impressing people that you don't even really know and people that don't really know you, even the people closest to you. And I know that sounds very like, it sounds like you're pushing people away, but you don't gotta focus on impressing other people that are close to you, because it has to be deeper than that. And if they are impressed by the shallow shit, that should tell you a lot. So yeah, that's just been a big thing that's been on my mind lately. You know, most when times where I feel like comparing myself, I just remember to focus back inwards, just live a good life. Even though you may want to kind of one up other people, just don't stress about it. Whoever stays will stay, whoever goes will go. But just focus on you. So yeah. Hope you guys got something out of this video. Hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment what y'all think. And I'll see you on the next video. Yeah.